When you open the RET app, you will be brought to a screen where you select already have an account if you have one. Here you will type in your provided username along with the password you created. In addition, you will see a date. Here you choose the date referencing delivery items for that particular date. Upon completing login, you may be asked to acknowledge a few things that are presented to you. Once you have done this, you will be brought to the app. When you are first logging into the app, you will be asked to enable permissions to always allow tracking of your location. This is a requirement to use the app. Upon pressing continue, you will select always to enable this and then return to the app. When you first log in, you are brought to the Manifests tab in the navigation bar. This tab will display all manifests you have been assigned for the day. On the next tab, we have Street Orders. This will display all street orders you have been assigned for the day. Street orders are same-day pickup and delivery orders. You will be in contact with your dispatcher regarding these orders. Next, we have the Scanner Modules tab. Here you will scan a DC first, select Continue, and then select the module you want to use. Possibilities may involve scanning packages in warehouse, marking an item delayed, or a number of other possible tasks directed by your warehouse point of contact. This next tab displays your current profile. It will display your picture along with your user ID and how long it is valid. The last tab displays all the settings you have available to you. Scroll through the page to see which options are uniquely available to you. This is also the tab where you go to log out of the app, leave feedback about the app, and check things like your network status and the current app version. When you are on the manifest screen, you will see all the manifests for the day. They will typically either be in reconcile or delivery phase. For a manifest in reconcile phase, it still needs to be scanned and reconciled at the warehouse. Click on the manifest and enter into the stops list for that manifest. On this stops list screen, you can click Scan Barcode to scan all stops in the manifest, you can click on the stop to scan just the individual stop, or you can click Map and Route. If you click Map and Route, it will show you your location as well as a pin to represent every stop in your manifest. Returning back to Stops list, let's click on the individual stop. This will provide information about the stop as well as 3 action items. You can choose No Delivery, which will prompt you for a reason, and you can also click Scan Barcode to scan the package, or you can choose Directions to show you map instructions of how to get to the stop. If you choose Directions, it will pull up your phone's map app and provide directions on how to get to the location. Heading back to the stop, to scan and reconcile stop, simply press Scan Barcode and camera will open up. At this point, you scan all the barcodes. Press the back button and you will see that stop is now in green, marking it completed. Now go into the next stop. Follow the same process. Scan all the barcodes. You may occasionally get an invalid barcode. If this happens, try again. If this completes your manifest, you will be sent back to the Manifest tab and see that your manifest has now transitioned to Deliver phase. On the manifest screen, as you are ready to now deliver your manifest, the manifest will now have a status of Deliver. Click on your intended manifest. You will now see all stops on your manifest. Similar to the reconciliation phase, there is again a Map and Route button. If you click Map and Route, it will show you your location as well as a pin to represent every stop in your manifest. Returning back to Stops list, let's click on the individual stop. This will provide information about the stop as well as 2 action items. You can choose Scan Barcode to scan the package, or you can choose Directions to show you map instructions of how to get to the stop. If you choose directions, it will pull up your phone's map app and provide directions on how to get to the location. Heading back to the stop, press Scan Barcode to begin scanning all packages for the stop. If you are not at exact location, you may get an invalid location message and will have to contact dispatcher for an authorization code. Once scans have been completed, press Continue Delivery. At this point, depending on the requirements of the package, you will have choice to either get a customer's signature or, if allowed, press OK to leave and begin process of choosing what location package was left at, and then we'll begin taking photos for proof of delivery. Here you will get a brief description of the required photos. This package requires 3 photos. One for visual proof of delivery, another for house front, and another for photo showing package left at the house. Press Next and start taking the required photos sequentially as shown in upper left-hand corner. You will see once picture has been taken, you have option to retake it if picture was not satisfactory. At this point, you are returned to the stops list and see that the stop is no longer present in the list. You may now move on to next stop. Follow the same process as you did for the first stop. Again, returning to the stops list, if this was your last stop, you will see that there are no longer any stops listed as you have completed all deliveries. Going back to the manifests list, you will see that your manifest now has a status of complete.